white people claim that they have come a long way because they elected Obama. And that means they came a long way from being what? How do we measure a long way in the first place? And I'll tell you this, white people say, we're exceptional. America is exceptional. What does that mean? Does that mean that all Americans, white, black, Latinos, Muslims, they're all Chinese, Oriental, whatever, Japanese, they're all exceptional, all of them in America? All Americans are exceptional? Or is that white people are exceptional? Or what is it anyway? It's kind of a ridiculous statement to start off with. So what are we exceptional about? Being racist? And then we came a long way because Obama got elected? Now let me explain where we're at here, okay? The economy is crashing and they just phony up numbers. Anybody that could believe these numbers that the government puts out is just an idiot. They lie about everything under the sun, okay? I mean, it's right in your face. I'm not going to get into details here. So what's the remedy? We can just keep on going along accepting complete propaganda nonsense. I mean, you can't even be stupid to realize it, okay? You have to be in a complete trance to go along with these idiotic statements that Jon Stewart, for instance, Letterman, they all make fun of it, but that's it. They laugh, that's it, okay? They still claim to be smart. I'm talking about white people. I'm talking about the bank crooks, okay? I'm talking about government officials who just cover up all this Wall Street fraud, and they want to lock up 60,000 people smoking a joint who are just laughing and eating too much. You see, we have, and the job market is a disaster because all the work is being done by the Chinese slaves or robots. So 50 million people are just dead busted out, okay? 47 million are on food stamps. That's the number that really counts. When you qualify for food stamps, it doesn't matter if you work 10 hours a week or whatever it is that you say that you have a job. You're supposedly employed, but you're on food stamps. You can't pay, you can't even pay the rent, okay? So this is a disaster. And then there's these incredibly rich people that are making tens of millions of dollars a year that are doing nothing, okay? So if you don't want to get this repaired, then you're just an idiot. So let's talk about how to repair this. Number one, the trade policy. We have to completely stop all slave-made goods from China, Bangladesh, etc. Just stop it. You don't sell that here in the United States. Period. Okay? We cannot be forced to. I have to buy it because there's nothing else. There's no other underwear. It's all from Bangladesh. That's it. So this is a simple problem to fix. You just stop all this stuff from coming in, and they have to make it here. So the retailer has to purchase the goods made by Americans here in America. Period. And I don't even care if the Chinese own all the factories. But they have to stop it at the dock under the 13th Amendment, which abolished slavery. So we don't even need any legislation. We just have to follow the Constitution. That's number one, okay? So how do you get that done? Well, you have to elect a third party. You cannot go back to the Democratic Party that put in NAFTA, that's taking all these bribes, and expect them to do it. You have to knock them right out. You have to get a third party to knock them out. The only one way to do it is the black vote, which is almost 100% Democrat, has to vote. We have to start basically a new party, which is already there, the Libertarian Party. We'll just use that. Doesn't matter. But we have to pick one, so let's just pick Libertarian, okay? And then all blacks register as Libertarians. We have black candidates. Mostly, they don't have to be black, but if they're, okay, we want that vote. We want that locked up vote. So who do we nominate for president? Eddie Murphy, he's my #1 choice. Number 2, Mike Tyson. We need big time celebrities, okay, who are really smart. Geniuses, actually. There's 2 right there. And I can't get into every detail about either one of them. I'm just pointing this out in a matter of 8 or 9 minutes, period. Okay? So, the Democrats can't possibly win if all blacks vote for a black candidate. Eddie Murphy or Mike Tyson. Let's leave it at that. Okay? Or they could go president and vice president. It's even better. Right? So we'll make Eddie Murphy president, Mike Tyson vice president. Wow, what a ticket. Okay? And we'll get that black vote, believe me. Because they'll find out how we're going to let them get back to work. Everybody, not just black people. So everybody will vote for our party. We have to get rid of those 2 parties. Okay? So if we get rid of the Democratic Party, then the Republican Party would win. Unless you wise up and vote for the 3rd party, okay? It's your pocket. It's your economy. It's your life. You can go along with all the fraud and all the payoffs and bribes they call campaign contributions and destroy yourselves, or you can be glad you're in a democracy and not listen to the propaganda telling you that if you don't vote for a Republican or Democrat, you threw your vote away. All right? So, quit believing that idiotic propaganda. But first of all, we have to have black candidates that will get the black vote. And that'll be the 3rd party. And everybody else is welcome. It's that simple. You're all welcome here. Okay? And it would be great if everybody kicked in 50 grand and go on $50, $50, and went on a list so that when all the jobs bust loose open, you're on our preference list, which will, believe me, everybody will go to work, but you won't. You'll be first on the list. Okay? We'll make sure of that. Because you put us in to get us elected by giving us the $50 to get elected, okay? To campaign against this whole giant bribe system that the Supreme Court advocates, and they call it free speech. If one guy runs a company, a huge company, General Motors, and they take money and put it into the campaign, it's one guy. How is that free speech? He drowned out everybody. Okay? That's not free speech. That's ridiculous. That's just white propaganda lies. Okay? So if we don't wake up to what's really happening here, we're just going to go down the drain. And it's up to each person that gets this video to relay it to his friend, to his neighbor, to his co-worker, to people they know on their list. Just move it, okay? So we could tune in here. I'll make some more. We'll talk about some more stuff. Just to get the point across. Thank you very much. And have a good Christmas. It's Christmas today, okay?